In the early stages of the First and Frame Rates podcast, it was called the First and Frame Rates podcast at the time. Myself, DJ 81, and Bills talked about the Google Stadia service, and we knew that this wasn't going to last. And it was dead on arrival. It just needed some time for it to be actually a thing. And lo and behold, it happened. Google Stadia will be dying on January of 2023. I have the article up here. I'll put the link down in the description if you want to check it out or whatever the case may be. But I'm gonna give you my thoughts and opinions once again about this because we knew this was going to happen. So this is nothing new. Let's go and get into this. Google Stadia is shutting down its cloud gaming service. The service will remain live until January 18, 2023. One good thing about this, Google will be refunding all of the hardware purchase. That's really interesting. And as well as the games and add-on content purchase. So I'm gonna tell you something really, really quick. This Google Stadia stuff, the controllers and stuff, those gonna be some items that people may want to, use as collectible items. I can see that happening because, that's just how things are. Nevertheless, Google is going to refund those. Will refund everybody by the end of mid-January or the end of January. It should be done. I don't even know what to say about this. I'm just gonna. I got the article here. There's no reason for me to go down this whole spill of this article. If you want to read it, I will put it out there for you to look at it. Listen, Google Stadia, not only just this, all these cloud gaming services and all this other stuff is just not sustainable. The way you play some of these games under those pretenses is horrible. I don't recommend it. I've tried it, not with Google Stadia, but I did try it with, what's the other one that's called? PlayStation Now. And I think Xbox had it at one point, but I don't think I tried it. But definitely with PlayStation Now, I tried it, and it just never was a thing for me. I was really, disappointed at it, and I just knew it just wasn't going to be the future of gaming, and it just shows that nobody really wanted it. I don't think it was anything significant as far as player count. I think the player count has always been in the 4 digits, I want to say. I don't think it ever got into the 5 digits. I could be wrong because I didn't never look. But I do remember at one point saying there was about 1,000 people on the Google Stadia service, which is actually wild. It's just crazy. I don't know. It's just, to me, when you look at something like this, it was just something that the gaming industry just tried to use and tried to see if they can build on it and see if something could go, to the next level. And it just never was going to pan out. I knew it wasn't going to pan out. One of the things that I felt about Google Stadia is like, you don't give anybody the option to, actually have this stuff on their hard drive or whatever they want to purchase. If they purchase it, it's theirs. This is one of the reasons why I feel like they're going to refund everybody, because you're not paying for a game. You're paying to use a streaming service. Whatever game you got on there, whether it be, I think one of the big games they was talking about on there was, I think Red Dead Redemption 2, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. If you got those games through a streaming service, you're definitely not purchasing the game. You talk about problems with buying digital copies of games. This is even worse, because now you're paying for a service, then you have to purchase the games to stream them, and you're not getting anything in return. To be honest, you're just getting, it's like a glorified rental, and my thing about that is like, it's a good thing that this is dying off. Really, is a good thing that's dying off, because it just shows right along with the NFTs and all this extra stuff that they're doing with gaming, they're starting to realize that the gaming landscape has some sort of a cap. It has a cap to where you only could do but so much with the gaming space. Make a game, if you want to put microtransactions in, as long as they're not predatory or they're not like deliberately janking you out of money, you're going to be fine as far as making profits off of games. If you're trying to do this streaming service, if you're trying to do crazy NFTs, crazy microtransactions, or just another thing, just making games that are just broken, you're not going to get very far. This gaming landscape just has a cap, and it's very simple. You make good games, people will talk about it, and in some cases, if you make a game good enough, you don't even have to advertise the game. The game will be great on its own merit. Look at Cyberpunk 2077. That game right there, the word of mouth of that game, not only just the word of mouth, but just coming out with a game that was broken, it kind of killed that game. But honestly, the word of mouth of the resurgence of that game is bringing that game back alive. And now that game has like 80, 90,000 concurrent players on PC. Matter of fact, I'm going to download the game and finish it. I think I got like 45% done in the game. I need to finish it because I did enjoy it even with the problems. But if it's up to date now where it's good to go, I think I'm going to finish it. Another game, No Man's Sky. That game got a bad rap because the game came out unfinished, but word of mouth got it back up. So it's a lot of things that helps games in general survive or make them games relevant. You don't have to have a gimmick. You don't have to do something new. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. All you have to do is just make something that everybody can enjoy. It's one of the reasons why Sony does a great job with their single player titles. This is why what's the company? Star Wars. I don't know the company who made it, but Star Wars themselves, they had to learn the hard way with Battlefield Front 2. They had to learn from that. Now the Jedi: The Fallen Order, which the game that I just purchased on my PS5, that's a pretty good game. I played it on PC. It was fun. I didn't finish it, but I got a physical copy. I felt like it was worth a physical copy because the game was a single player and it was a complete experience. So when you make games that are basic, you don't try to do any of this crazy stuff that gives people a wow factor or a fear of missing out because you don't have this streaming service or you don't have all the microtransactions or you don't have the latest game and the latest game came out so early that it's broken. These are the things that, will curtail a gaming industry. Or, NFTs and stuff. This gaming industry don't need that. And I think with the death of Google Stadia, pretty much solidified that almost once and for all. Because you don't hear much about NFTs no more. You see a lot of companies now learned their lesson from Cyberpunk. And you see PlayStation Now is not talking much about streaming anymore. They've been trying to give you games that you can download for the past year or so. Because they see the writings on the wall. And see what happened to Stadia. They knew it was going to happen. And in a few months, Stadia will be no more. And it's just going to die off. And it's going to be back to the basics, hopefully, for the rest of the gaming industry. If you like this commentary, hit the like button. Hit the share this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I am all over the place. I'm about to get ready to play some games. Like I said, I've been doing some testing on my live streams. Probably later on today, since I don't have to work tomorrow because of the storm supposed to be coming through. Hopefully, if the storm don't come through too close, I will be streaming and I'll do a test. I'll finally do one. 2 videos a day, guys. This is pretty dope. And I will see you guys on the next one. All right, y'all. Y'all take it easy. Y'all be blessed. Peace.